Texas will have the final look of regulation. Gortman, the two-way who's had just 2 makes from the field so far. Turn around in the paint. He got it! Jay-Z and Gortman, as time dwindles, puts Texas on top.
Here goes Giselle, left side. Turns around, Wright, who has not made one from the field tonight, makes the big one!
Fauntleroy, dribble handoff, they go right back to her. Catch and shoot from outside. Bella Fauntleroy with a season high and a Baylor lead.
Riller wanted the screen from Nzikor. Out to Hall. Hall will pull up from 3 and he banks it in! Tyler Hall with 22 seconds left increases the Texas lead to 4.
Lloyd now the 3rd North Texas player into double figures, joining Lorient and Sissoko. Mashburn rejected by Lorient. Lorient with the basketball, ricochets it off of Mashburn. North Texas basketball. This man's on another level right now.
No, he is playing lights out right now.
The long and winding road of the 2023 Conference USA regular season comes to an end today as the top team in the conference, Florida Atlantic, travels to Ruston, Louisiana for what they hope is one final tune-up before a postseason push. Standing in their way, the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech on senior night. Welcome in to the Thomas Assembly Center, everybody, alongside Teddy Allen, soon to be joined by Madison Kaufman. I'm Kyle Youmans. Now, this Florida Atlantic team, my goodness, 27 wins on the campaign, and a lot of their success has stemmed from the 3-ball and from the guard play, starting with John L. Davis.
Yeah, what a fun player. I mean, a 6'4" sophomore guard.
7 games down, 1 more to go from Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Second round action of the Conference USA Championships. On the men's side of things, the UAB Blazers, thought to be a dark horse in the tournament, taking on the Rice Owls with a spot in the semifinals on the line. Here's the current situation in Conference USA. Florida Atlantic, the top seed, with a blowout win over Western Kentucky earlier in the afternoon. Middle Tennessee storms their way back to upset Charlotte 66-65. Maybe not an upset in terms of seeding, but in terms of the net rankings, certainly the case. North Texas currently playing Louisiana Tech on Court A. And then we've got a fun one in just a couple moments between UAB and Rice. Alongside Chris Mikoski, I'm Kyle Youmans. Quincy Oliveri, one of the top players in this conference, second team all-conference honoree. He showed why in the first round win over UTSA.
Great joy to watch last night. Nearly picked up a double-double in that first round game. 18 points, 8 rebounds. On the other side, Jelly Walker, probably the most anticipated player to watch in this tournament. Last season's player of the year, back on the all-conference first team again this season. 3rd in the nation in scoring at just over 23 points per game.
This UAB team winning the Conference USA tournament a year ago. Jordan Jelly Walker was a huge part of that. He led the conference in scoring in the regular season. He also led the conference in 3-point makes. He had 41 points in their final regular season game as we lead into this matchup between UAB and Rice. Delighted you've joined us here on this Thursday night. We are underway with the Blazers wearing the white uniforms. They'll go from left to right on your screen. The Rice Owls and the Road Navies, they will go from right to left.
Gortman sees a lane. He's going to take it on the drive. Did he get tied up? Yes, he did. McClung, we heard it from Spud Webb earlier. He wants to be better at sticking with his assignment and finishing the defensive possession. He did so there to force the jump ball.
For sure. I like the play by Gortman too, attacking downhill, right? Great play, but Mac McClung just sticking his hands in there and getting the jump ball. Who do you got here on this tip?
This is tough. Gortman actually challenged 6'6" Gardner last time. I think he's going to win it, and he does. Keeps possession for Texas. 40 seconds left. They give it to Miller. He's been the go-to scorer here in the second half. Wanting some motion. Here goes Brandon Williams on McClung. A couple of two-ways going mano-a-mano. Williams from inside the arc. Missed it, and Edwards goes up for the board. He's fouled. That's worth the price of admission. Williams versus McClung. Here's a look at what turns into a chance for Texas at the line.
And Williams settles for a long 2, which he's known to make at a very high clip. But what we've talked about all night is the Legends' ability to get the offensive rebounds.
Edwards hasn't been great from a scoring standpoint. That free throw puts him up to 7 on the night. However, he does have 16 rebounds. That is a go-to statistic in a game like this. And he knocks them both down. Texas by 2. About a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. If you're Osceola, do you want to roll downhill and extend this game, move quickly on this possession?
For sure. Did a great shot here.
That's a great look from Queen. He gets it to fall. Texas will have the final look of regulation. Gortman, the two-way who's had just 2 makes from the field so far. Turn around in the paint. He got it! Jay-Z and Gortman as time dwindles. Puts Texas on top. 114-112 with just 2 seconds remaining. Here's a look at it. Gortman gets it to fall when it matters most.
And Gortman using that physical big guard body, not having the best night statistically, but his numbers called, and he drills the fadeaway jumper.
2 seconds left. Osceola has scorers, shooters, ability all over the floor. What do you have here? You get to advance. You're in the front court already. Where are you going with the basketball on this final shot that could win it for the Magic?
Yeah, something I love is sealing the back side of the lane with a big guy, right? Just bringing everyone towards the ball side sideline and sealing that backside lane for the big guy. It's a great play, but I don't think you can go wrong with getting the ball to Trevelyan Queen's hands here, because he's just known to make a few big shots.
He's got 16 points on the night. It's been a frustrating affair for Queen throughout, but can he have the final laugh? Will Texas secure their first win of the season, or will the Magic leave Frisco with a sweep? Culver on the inbound. Lofted up wide open underneath. It's blocked by Miller. He got a hand on it, and Texas survives. 114-112, the final from Frisco. Utah trailing by 3, hit 4 triples in the third quarter, have not hit one here in the fourth. Vieta guarded by Andrews. Up top for Neepkins. Takes the screen to get around Fauntleroy. Lost the dribble initially, saves it to Vieta. 6 to shoot for Utah. Down in the short corner, another cut from Vieta. Lightning quick into the lane for 2.
Yeah, and they're picking on Sarah Andrews again. That was Vieta going right by Andrews that time for the bucket to put Utah within 1.
1 point Baylor lead. Fauntleroy wants to feed Vonleh, and she does.
That's the name of the game. Baylor's got to figure out a way to do that on every possession. What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah, that's been her shot tonight. She's made a couple of them. She's just been in foul trouble, but she's been productive for them on offense all night.
Coaches talk about paint touches all the time. Jordan, how much does this staff preach that from the Baylor Bears side?
Yeah, I think when you have a player like Vonleh, you want to utilize her. And in the paint, most of the time, she's your advantage. And so I think going to her early and getting her confidence.
There's a paint touch from Utah. Off the drive from Neepkins. Good defense from Baylor. They rotated that time to perfection, forcing the shot wide and setting up out the half court. Walker goes around Vonleh, sees a window, draws the foul.
Nice job by Jada Walker. If she can go to the charity stripe now and make 2, she'll have her a double-double on the night. Magnificent 11 assists in this game for Jada Walker. Take a look at this. Just a straight line drive to the basket, using her quickness to get there.
Walker already with a career high 11 assists. Would put together a double-double. It would be her first of the year, or excuse me, second of the year. The first one was against Louisiana Tech back on December 1st. There's the first free throw.
75% free throw shooter on the season. I remember her game last year in getting Baylor to the Sweet 16. Huge at Virginia Tech. Now got that double-double.
Played 2 seasons at Kentucky. member of the all-freshman team back in 2022. Made the jump to Baylor to be a part of Nikki Collins' team and has been incredible on both ends of the floor. This block by Andrews will stay with Utah underneath.
Just a really good play. Sarah gets beat on the screen, but makes a fast recovery to block the shot from behind.
That's what Baylor's been doing. A couple of recoveries have led to blocks here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you know Neepkins is going to operate. Baylor's got to be ready. Nice job by Fauntleroy.
That ties the season high in turnovers for Utah. 21 takeaways for Baylor defensively. Vonleh backs down right over the top of Jenna Johnson. Vonleh up to 19 points.
How about Jada Walker, though, getting another assist. Great job by Walker setting it up for Baylor.
Timeout, Gavin Peterson and the Utes. A 6-0 run has the Foster Pavilion on their feet.